Hi, it's Leslie. Sister Wives, finally, the season we've been all waiting for. It's finally happened. One of the sister wives has finally stuck up for themselves and realized she can do so much better than this polygamous mess. And Christine finally did it.
He said, I'm not interested in having an intimate marriage anymore. I'm not okay with staying in a marriage where there's no intimacy.
And then, of course, once your mind is made up, you got to get the stuff out of there.
The weirdest thing just happened. I came out to the garage. Kody's nightstand, Kody's clothes from dresser, Kody's bathroom stuff. I found that she had moved all my stuff from our bedroom into the garage.
Kody's reaction was priceless. This must be the first sister wife that's actually ever stood up to him. I think they all felt prior that they couldn't live without him. But thanks to COVID, another thing we have COVID to thank for, that Christine has found her way and found her self-esteem and that power within to realize she can do it without Kody. And by Kody's reaction, this must be the first wife that's ever actually stood up to him. That he kind of talked to and couldn't convince them otherwise, and they would just like fall back in line like a good little soldier. But Christine wasn't having it, and Kody was quite shocked.
Why? What is going on here?
So after this all went down, Kody and Christine had a little conversation of which he attempted to say, no, I didn't say we weren't going to have an intimate marriage. And she's like, yes, you did. He just I just shrugged my shoulders as if he could make all nice and pull her back in line. And she was not. She was standing her ground, and she was like, I don't want to be married to you anymore. It was glorious. And when Kody couldn't convince her to stay and just kind of fall back in line and settle for this non-intimate marriage, of which he says that is many couples do, I'm sure quite successfully. But when he couldn't convince her of that, he decided to try a different approach, which was to guilt her. And splitting up is irresponsible. What about the children? And of course he ended with, grown-ups don't leave. Well, this grown-up Christine will be leaving. Anyway, during their conversation, we learned many things about their marriage that we didn't know, that I guess it's been lacking sexual intimacy for quite many years, only a couple times a year, if that. And he was not attracted to her when they got married. He felt guilted into it, or some sort of spiritual, path that he was on to need to marry her. Popped out all those kids. But Christine let him know how he's never been around anyway, wasn't really there, in all the times prior to COVID. Anyway, so this all went down with Christine, and he was quite shocked and just dumbfounded by this turn of events that's never happened before in his life. And of course, he went over to what I also believe is his favorite wife, Robin, talked to her, explained the whole thing, and she was completely shocked. And needless to say, she was quite adamant that he should be sleeping on the couch.
Well, so what? You can just stay on the couch for a while.
Because as the others, Robin didn't sign up for this either, because if he's not sleeping over there at Christine's or sleeping at Janelle's, Janelle and the family and the kids, they all got COVID, so he won't be sleeping over there. Robin's like, oh, good God, that means you're going to be here 7 days a week? That is not what I signed up for. That is definitely not what I signed up for. And now, realizing that sexually she will be the only one even helping him out, again, that responsibility falls solely on Robin, and this is nothing she wanted full-time, So Robin is in a scramble trying to get Kody to make up and save this marriage with Christine, because if that goes south, that affects her marriage also, because we know Janelle's not pulling her weight over there in the intimacy department either, and Mary's not doing it either. But anyway, in conclusion, I just realized that, this all just comes down to self-esteem, and Christine found hers, found her worth, whether it was during COVID or some other point in time, but thankfully she has found it, and she's hitting the road and leaving Kody and letting him fend for himself. And the funny thing is, they had talked about that it's been 10 or 12 years since they were happy, and he was never really attracted to her. And I'm thinking about 10 or 12 years ago, we know he doesn't have an intimate relationship with Mary. It doesn't sound like he has one with Janelle. So I'm thinking that was the point at which he realized, you know what, I need another sister wife. I think that's when Robin came in. And she's been the sole provider of many things for Kody at this point. But anyway, we are all roped into this. One of my favorite shows. So excited it came back on. Anyway, if you like my recap, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll be following this every week and giving my insights on it. And I will see you next time.